everyone. Welcome to today's episode of the Big Donch Show. Today, we'll be going over the huge contract extension that the Eagles just gave Jalen Hurts today, along with recapping the first games of the NBA playoffs and a whole lot more. Just a reminder to like the Big Donch Show on Spotify and to subscribe to my YouTube, Big Donch. Let's get right into it, starting with the NFL. Big news today. Jalen Hurts signed a contract extension with the Philadelphia Eagles, made the Pro Bowl last year, was an MVP candidate, took the Eagles to the Super Bowl, had a very good year last year, very impressive year last year, signed a 5-year, $255 million contract. That's $51 million a year, highest ever. Now, let me just break it down real quick and tell you my thoughts. I think this is a bit of an overpay. I think this is a bit of an overpay for anybody who's not named Patrick Mahomes. And he obviously has the overall highest contract. 10 billion, like 400, $500 million some contract. Obviously, that's deserved. I mean, he's proven to be a two-time MVP and being very young, Super Bowl champion, two-time Super Bowl champion. Okay, obviously, Patrick Mahomes is the only guy I'd be all right with giving that money to. Now, why do I care? I'm not an Eagles fan. I just think that's way too much of an overpay. Jalen Hurts, he's not even a top 3 quarterback in the league right now. Let me take that back. Whoa. Let me take that back. I can't argue right now. Let's not even mention top 3 quarterbacks right now, because thinking about it now, maybe he could be. However, because I keep thinking Josh Allen, but I keep realizing like Josh Allen's not that guy like we say he is. However, take back what I said. Maybe he is a top 3 quarterback. But either way, he's not worth anywhere near $51 million a year. That is just way too much. But it is what it is. Eagles, obviously, they can afford it if they're giving it to him. I mean, when stuff like that happens, teams around them, the players around them, a very, very good offensive line the Eagles have. I mean, how you can afford that? Very good defense that the Eagles have. How you can afford that? A.J. Brown, Vontae Smith, 2 young guys who are going to want big money in the future. Goddard, okay? How are you going to afford that in the near future? Plus your young, up-and-coming draft picks. I don't think that was a very smart decision. Who am I? I'm just a, Big Donch, just a commentator criticizing, guys who've been doing this for a living and know a whole lot more than me. However, looking at it right now, I just think it's a bit of an overpay, a bit of an overreaction from last year. Who knows, though? Who knows? Maybe he'll prove me wrong. I mean, he's getting that bag, he's getting that money, and hopefully he does prove me wrong. Either way, right now, I think that was just a bit too much money. But congrats to him. If we're going to look at his stats right now, well, this is off the NFL website. Okay, 5-year, $255 million contract extension. He has a deal of $179 million in total guarantees. That's unbelievable. Look at this, including $110 million fully guaranteed at signing and $126 million fully guaranteed by March 20. So he's already $100 million. I mean, good for him. I can't hate because, I mean, I'm obviously jealous. $100 million contract, but at the same time, I just don't get it. As well as the first no trade clause in Eagles history. They're going all in this guy. I get it. Took him to the Super Bowl. But geez, this might bite them in the butt. Same thing goes with OBJ. Obviously, OBJ's only a 1-year deal, and either way, and he's only a receiver compared to Jalen Hurts being the quarterback. The Eagles QB can earn an additional $15 million in incentives, giving him an opportunity to make as much as $274 million through 2028, including $4.3 million that he would have been due in the last year of his original rookie contract this season. So whoever his agent is, I know it's a female because they post a lot about it on ESPN, but congrats to the agent, whoever the agent is. I would go after that if I was in Jalen Hurts' shoes or any NFL player shoes. He'll get a raise in 2023, including a $23.2 million signing bonus, and will make $64 million for the first new year in 2024. Gosh, this deal was negotiated by Hurts' agent, Nicole Lynn, and is believed to be the largest contract ever completed by a female agent. Second-round pick, 53rd overall in 2020 draft. So, yeah, he was a second-round pick, getting this money too, which obviously doesn't really mean much. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you perform. And this will be the last paragraph I'll mention. The total guarantee of $179 million on Hurts' new deal is the second largest in NFL history, behind only Deshaun Watson's 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed deal. I mean, I think that was also stupid. That's the Browns. That's just the Browns. But, I mean, Browns are a poverty franchise to begin with. Only Watson and Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson had more money fully guaranteed at signing than Hurts $110 million. Total cash is the second in NFL history behind only the 10-year. I don't have my glasses on, so that's why I can't read the best. 10-year, $450 million contract extension from Mahomes. So yes, that was right. He had a 10-year, $400+ million. That's deserved. That's Patrick Mahomes. Okay, he's obviously a big name. He's going to bring in a lot of viewers, jerseys, all that stuff. Plus, I mean, he proves it. Being a young guy, 2 Super Bowl champs, 2 MVPs, and obviously he's not getting worse. He's not getting worse in a very, very good system. So that's that. That's that. Obviously, the Chiefs are going to have a new. They're going to have a new offensive coordinator, which I don't know who it is yet. Let's see, Chiefs offensive coordinator, because, Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy, he's a new Chiefs, so we'll see about him. Matt Nagy, I know he's not very, very loved, but I know Eric Bieniemy. I always mispronounce his last name. He went to the Commanders. I guess he's the assistant head coach and offensive coordinator, which is definitely weird, right? Like going from Chiefs who just won the Super Bowl to the Washington Commanders, who are also not a poverty franchise because they have a fair amount of Super Bowls, but still lately they've been pretty bad. Matt Nagy, he was the head coach of the Bears, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. And I remember everyone would say, fire Matt Nagy. But obviously things happen, right? A head coach position is a lot more stressful than just being a coordinator. So, hey, maybe things will be different. Always think of it this way. What was the reason why head coaches were hired in the first place? It's not because they're just some nobody. No, because they were successful at usually a coordinator spot, right? So we look at his career history, his coaching history. Okay, he's been on the Chiefs. So before he was the Bears, he was already the Chiefs offensive coordinator in 2016, 2017. Chiefs were good at that time. He has a long, lengthy history of being a good offensive coach in the NFL, along with the Eagles and the Chiefs. Palomar High School. Okay, where's he from? He's from New Jersey. All right, Palomar High School. That's not too far away from me. That's pretty cool anyway to see that. But either way, Chiefs, they'll be all right. Still the Chiefs. They have Patrick Mahomes. You can't be that bad, Patrick Mahomes, that quarterback. Moving on, though, in the NFL, we have some OTAs. Well, at least for the Steelers, I know they're reporting back. I'm sure other teams are. Not too much right now. Not too much going on. Just OTAs. It's good to see people back. Kenny Pickett looks like he put on some muscle. Big year from him. Like I said, I've been saying this with the Steelers. Anything less than winning the AFC North this year is a letdown. It's a failure. We need to go after the AFC North. I'm going to be pretty disappointed. Pretty disappointed. We have the talent now at quarterback, Kenny Pickett, running back, Najee Harris, tight end, Pat Fryermuth, our receivers, George Pickens, who I think should be wide receiver 1 now, Deontay Johnson. He got to have better hands, but he has better because he's a great route runner. But if he gets those hands right and can actually run upfield instead of backwards or east and west, he'll be all right. And then a lot of people will keep forgetting Calvin Austin. Very excited for him. And then defense, TJ Watt, former defensive player of the year, Nika Fitzpatrick, Patrick Peterson, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, who had himself a great year last year. And then the draft. The draft, though, we're going to be going into it, covering it more, which is next week, I'm pretty sure. I want defensive back and offensive line. Doesn't matter which order, but I want to see that in at least the first 2 picks that we have. Because we have 2 technically first-round picks. Obviously, the other one, the second pick will be on the second day because of Dolphins or whatever it was. But either way, we have 2 top 32 picks. I want to say at least a defensive back or a offensive line drafted in those. Unless we have some miracle of some great wide receiver, some great defensive tackle. Like I know they were talking about the Steelers actually trading up. Okay, so let's look at that. Steelers draft trade. One of the defensive tackles from Georgia. Probably not going to find anything from that right now. Draft rumor. Steelers could trade up for Jalen Carter. I think at the 9th pick, that would be, which I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. I don't know if I want to see that. We'll cover more of that. I doubt that happens. I mean, that'll be kind of a stupid move. But either way, I do not want to see that happen. NBA now. We saw the playoffs start. Pretty good first round. I keep saying first round. We are in the first round, but like the first round of games, I should say. We saw on Saturday, the first pair of games. We saw, well, not pair, more than that. Philadelphia 76ers defeating the Brooklyn Nets 121-101. Boston defeating Atlanta 112-99. New York Knicks in a very good game, beating the Cleveland Cavaliers 101-97. And another good game, Kings defeating the Golden State Warriors, who I'm rooting for, the Kings, 126-123. Then on Sunday, the Lakers defeating the Grizzlies 128 to 112. Bucks. I'm sorry, the Heat defeating the Bucks 130 to 117. The Clippers defeating the Suns 115 to 110. Then the Denver Nuggets destroying Minnesota, only allowing 80 points, 109 to 80, defeating the Timberwolves. Tonight, we got the Brooklyn Nets at the Philadelphia 76ers again in Philadelphia at 7:30 on TNT, which sucks because I don't have TNT. I have ESPN, and looks like we're not going to be seeing a lot of ESPN until the finals or until Friday. So basically, every game is not going to be on ESPN until Friday. That sucks. And then we have Golden State at Sacramento again, 10 o'clock on TNT. So I'm rooting for the Kings, but it's the Warriors. I mean, former champs. You can't doubt the Warriors. Tickets as low as $238. Jeez, that's probably. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, that's a high price for the Kings. You know what I mean? But well deserved. I'm generally curious when the last time a Kings game was that high, or the lowest ticket was that high. Probably the last time they made playoffs. Either way, though, good set of games. Though this is the NBA is at a stage right now where anybody could be anybody. I don't think the Timberwolves will have a chance at beating the Nuggets. I don't even think they'll even pull one win off. However, all the rest, though, I feel like anybody could be anybody. We're seeing that with the Lakers beating the Grizzlies. We're seeing that with the Kings beating the Warriors. Even though the Kings are supposed to win, they're a higher seed. The Warriors sort of like a better team, you should say. But I don't know. I'm rooting for the Kings. So we'll see what will happen. Excuse me. If you watch my show last time, bad allergies. Bad allergies. So either way, that's the NBA playoffs. Not much yet, but still enjoyed it. Enjoyed the first couple of games. We're moving on now to the MLB. Philadelphia Phillies. On Saturday, they lost 13-0 to the Reds and then beat them 14-3 yesterday. It was so inconsistent, but that's the Phillies. Anybody who follows the Phillies knows that. Bryson Stott, however, he is having himself a great start. Still on a streak right now. I made a YouTube short video a couple of days ago. I think that was Saturday night or Friday night. I can't remember, of his streak. He's still going. He just had a home run against the Reds the other day. The Phillies play the White Sox tonight. Well, actually, no, it's postponed. My apologies. To tomorrow. It's going to be a doubleheader. Don't know how that's going to work. I guess the game start is going to be at 7:40. We'll read up on it right now. White Sox, Zach Wheeler is supposed to be on the mound. The game will be scheduled for Tuesday as part of a doubleheader, with the first game starting at 3:10 Central Time. The second game will start approximately 30 to 45 minutes after the conclusion of the first game, but not before 6:10. Both teams entered Monday 6-10 on the season, so we got to get this W. Zach Wheeler is on the mound. He was supposed to be on the mound today. I doubt that changes tomorrow for the first game. Looking at our standings right now, we're currently 4th in the NL East right now. Atlanta is 12-4. We're sitting at 6-10. But Bryson Stott having himself definitely start of the season. Let's take a look at right now just to sharpen things up. He's batting .380, and he's leading the team at 27 hits. Unbelievable. Kyle Schwarber, 4 home runs. Alec Boehm leading the Phillies at 14 RBIs. And Brandon Marsh, 440 on base percentage. I had Oakland A's on the list because, well, I just want to talk about them quick. They are poverty right now. And the A's used to be good in the late 1900s. The A's used to be a pretty solid team. However, we're seeing in the announcer's booth that they have a possum now. It's starting to smell like possum poop. One of the commentators said it's unbelievable what's happening to the Oakland Athletics. 3-13. They're 15th in the AL East. They have basically nobody on the team. Okay. They just lost 17-6 the other day to the Mets. They lost 12-8 to the Orioles, 13-1 to the Angels earlier in the year. They're barely putting up runs. I mean, a couple shutouts. This is bad. This is bad for the A's. So what's going to happen? Should they get sold? That's obviously a yes. But after that, they get sold. Where are they going to go? Are they going to stay in Oakland, or are they going to go to Vegas or somewhere else? I don't know. I don't think them being in Oakland's bad. It's just maybe the ownership. They need a new stadium. They're still playing in the old Oakland Raiders stadium. I actually don't know which one was first, whether it was Oakland Athletics Stadium or the Raiders Stadium. But either way, I mean, let's see. Oakland. I thought it was the Raiders Coliseum. I could have swore. It's been a while. Oakland Coliseum or something. Let's see. Yeah, Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. So I don't know if it's originally the Raiders let's see how long they've been playing there since. Who was the first team to be playing there? So, Oakland A's, 1968 to present. The Raiders, 1966. So 1966 they've been playing. So Raiders been in there longer, but kind of the same though. But still, that's pretty old stadium, 1968. Obviously not as old as the Cubs Stadium and Fenway Park, but either way, A's going downhill. You got to sell. Don't end up like the Pirates. However, the Pirates are doing pretty good. I'm very excited to see that. Always got to mention, I'm not a Pirates fan, but I root for the Pirates. Okay, I'm a Phillies fan, but living in Pennsylvania, being a Steelers fan, and the Pirates just being bad for so long, I'm going to be rooting for the Pirates. Moving on to the fighting world. This will be our last topic of the day. It's fight week. Finally, fight week. Garcia versus Tank. It'll be a good fight. I still have it 50-50. I really don't know how this is going to go. One punch powers from both of them. Anything could happen. Really, anything could happen. Javante better not get caught with that hook. Same thing goes, though, for Garcia. It's a 50-50 fight. That's my favorite fight. Biggest fight of the year so far, and could just be for the year. I don't see any fight besides, unless Usyk and Fury is somehow made, or Spence Crawford, but right now it's the best fight of the year right now. Maybe not best, the biggest. I gotta stop saying that. The biggest. I think the best fight of the year is going to be Lomachenko versus Haney. Okay, that's not gonna be the biggest, right? But the biggest right now is Garcia and Tank, just due to personalities, social media following, and this fight been a lot more anticipated. I feel like, I don't know what was more anticipated in the fights: Loma versus Haney or Garcia versus Tank. Two lightweight bouts, though. I mean, the winner of Garcia versus Tank, I mean, they have a chance to take over the lightweight division. They're going to have to fight Shakur Stevenson, Haney, or Loma, whoever the winner of those two are. And then Shakur Stevenson, I don't know what's going to happen with him. So basically, the winner of this fight is going to be in the top four, right, of the lightweights. Right now, it's about Garcia, Tank, Haney, Shakur, and Loma. They're probably top five. I can't think of anybody else right now. I mean, George Kambosos got out of there. I can't really think of anybody else right now who could be in the top five of the lightweight division. So yeah, the winner of this one will definitely move in the top four. Top four, definitely. Could even be top three. I don't know. I don't see. I see Shakur Stevenson being both these guys. So yeah, top four. Winner of Garcia versus Tank moves in top four of the lightweight division. Okay, in the UFC fight night, we saw a Max Holloway fight. He won by decision. I just want to pull it up. I like to pull it up on Google because it tells you right there. Here we go. Yeah, UFC fight night, Holloway versus Allen. Featherweight main event, he won by decision. Okay, then in the co-main, Edson Barboza defeated Billy Quarantillo by TKO in round one. Dustin Jacoby defeating Azamat Murzakanov. Hopefully I said his last name right, by decision. So pretty solid fight, I guess. Max Holloway not going to be fighting the Korean Zombie. Might not be smart for him, but either way, definitely be exciting. Our next fight is going to be this Saturday, which no one's going to watch, unfortunately. Sergey, well, maybe unless you're an actual UFC fighter, a UFC fan, like a big UFC fan, but I'm sure even then they're going to be tuning in for Garcia versus Tank fight. Sergey Pavlovich versus Curtis Blades. Song Yadong versus Ricky Simon. Brad Tavares versus Bruno Silva. Our UFC fight night 2023. Let's see the next big UFC event pay-per-view. So that's May 6th. Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo. So that'll be a big one. Jessica Andrade versus Jan Zonin. Drew Dober versus, that's a pretty weak card, I ain't gonna lie. Solid main event. Oh yeah, well, I forgot. Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush. That's deep in. Jeez. That's not even the co-main. That's crazy. That's crazy that Charles Oliveira is not even the co-main. But Dariush obviously that fight got canceled regardless. So maybe that's why it was at the bottom. Okay, maybe it was the co-main, but it got pushed at the bottom. So who knows? But yeah, that's all I have for the fight. We have hockey playoffs starting now, NHL playoffs. I don't really cover that much, but just decided to mention it. But either way, I had a good show today. Covered, of course, Jalen Hurts, highest paid quarterback in NFL history, $51 million a year. Unbelievable. Either way, though, congrats to him. NBA playoffs. Game one, all the game ones were done, so we're going to be covering it more. Stay tuned for Wednesday. Fighting news, it's fight week. Garcia versus Tank. So excited for that. Expect a preview of the fight this Friday. And yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, Big Donch. Follow me on Instagram, Big Donch. I'm out, guys. Have a good day. Peace.